Frankie, Gary, good to see you all. Gene, good to see you. JS, good to see you. All right, good. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Fausto Pugliese. Let me just get the recorder up and running. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Fausto from Cybertrade University, president founder of Cybertrade University. I'd like to thank you for being here. I got a great show we're going to talk about. We're going to teach you exactly, where to trade on this bear market's going on. And we have support levels, resistance. There's been so much unrest in the market right now, and everyone's freaking out. Do we get in? Do we get out? Well, I want to cover some of the big things that are happening and how to have a game plan when it comes to trading, because we are basically just one trade away that, you don't want to get into a hole. You don't want to get in trouble. And the big thing we're going to teach you is basically how to shadow the big block orders, what we call iceberg orders. Now, before we do that, quick little warning, like everyone else probably was going to do, I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises. This works for everybody. It does vary from student to student. So please be very cautious and careful that you can lose a lot of money in trading, and don't be trading what you can't afford to lose. Okay. So what I like to do is we're going to cover how to follow the big money. We're going to talk about, let me get my little pointer right here so everyone can follow along. There we go. There we go. All right. We're going to talk about the best times to trade, worst time to trade. We're going to talk about price action. We're also going to cover how to be an overall round trader on discipline, psychology. I'm going to show you where to find some of the best data from the exchanges. We don't have to go through your brokerage firm and buy it, any of that stuff, and a lot of risk management. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to go to the live markets. I want to show you what's going on and what we're here to cover. Let me just change a couple of things here, make a chart a little bit easier to read. There we go. All right. So right now we're looking at the market. We're looking at a stock like NVIDIA. It is going down. And there's a lot of things going down today. We had a good rally yesterday. Now all of a sudden we're having big things that are going down. So, but I don't want to talk about specific stocks. I want to talk about you. Okay. Now, is anyone here looking at a specific stock or own something? Any stock? Because I want to get right into it and show you exactly how to follow big orders. Jay, you want to talk about NVIDIA? Jay brought NVIDIA. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody else? All right. I got NVIDIA up here. That's a pretty good one. All right. So NVIDIA is obviously, you could see it's trending down from about 120. It's already at 113. Now, to ask everyone, and we'll talk about Charles, about Tesla too also. Actually, I got in a good PowerPoint presentation on that, Charles. But Jay and everyone else, what makes a stock go up and go down? Can everyone answer that question? What drives things that go up and down in the market? Buyers and sellers, right? Can everybody put that in the chat? Buyers and sellers. Now, think about this for a second. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you knew where the buyers and sellers were in a stock that you're trading, right? Think about it. Here you are looking at Bollinger Bands, MACDs, newsletters, whatever you're looking at. But if you just see where the orders are, how much better and smarter trade decisions. So I'm going to bring over here, obviously you can see that NVIDIA is going down, and you probably want to know, okay, well, what is going to make the stock go up? Buyers. So I'm going to bring up over here something called level 4. All right. Now, just to explain a little bit what we're seeing right here. Right here down at the bottom is 930. Okay. And you could see this is the pre-market on the dark side. And then when the market opened up, it's about 930. You see how these orders showed up. Now, those red lines that you see coming across, that is called a heat map. When you go all the way to the right over here, this is called the current order book. Now, you're looking at every order at every price range. So what you're seeing is what's called program trading. These are all the algos, the dark pools, all those crazy things you hear about. So envision that you're looking right now, which is the left of the chart. I'm teaching you the right of the chart. Now, you can see that we got a lot of empty space right here. Does everybody see that? And you got an order here, and you got a big order here. Okay. Now, right now, the stock's trading at 113. Now, from 100, 13 points is a lot. And go back to 120, that's also a lot. So I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit closer here. And now what you're seeing is more of defined orders, because what we're doing is the wider we go, we're not going to see the 500,000, million share orders out there. Now we limit it down to 300,000, 64,000 or less. So you could see right here how the stock is trending down. And you see right here, there was an order right here. You see that red ball? That means that buyer was executed. And when buyers get executed, that's a bad sign. That means people are selling it to the buyers. That means there's a big supply out there. And then there was another buyer here. He got executed. Now the next biggest buyer is right around here at 113 for 378,000 shares. So you can see the stock is pretty much teed up over here in the next $3. But when you look up, sky's clear, right? So you see that there is, and if you own the stock right now, you're actually at a pretty good price level of what we call support. How do we know that? Because there's a lot of buyers between 113 and 110. Now, if we get past that 110, then we're screwed. We're only $3 away. So when we started all the way up here around the 118, 119, now we dropped around $5. You're like, oh my God, I can't lose anymore. All right, well, you know what? You don't have to worry about it, because now you're coming up to a lot of big orders out here, so you're kind of safe. How do we know that? Because we're looking at what's called the right of the chart, the buyers, the sellers, everything that's in the future right now, okay? Now, we got a couple more here. We got Tesla, we got Amazon. I know a bunch of you guys were asking me that. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But what I want to ask everyone this: does everyone understand what you're seeing right here? Does everybody understand what's actually happening? Just give me a yes or no. Lori, you're getting it. Lauren, you're understanding it. Jay, David. Okay, now just think about this for a second. I only been talking about 5 minutes. Wait till you see what happens in the next 40 minutes. Wait until you see what you're going to learn that I'm going to show you for a whole week. And that's what my goal is. Okay, so let me X this down here. And what I'm going to do, what the goal of today in my job is I want to offer all of you to come into my trading room for one whole week, okay? But I don't want to waste anyone's time. If you can't understand what I just showed you in 5 minutes, then you're probably not going to understand what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes. And if you understand what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes, like you learned the first 5, you are not going to want to miss this opportunity to watch it live in the oldest running educational trading room in the industry and then for a whole week. And for that only, and for that on top of it, just for being here, I'm going to give you my book, which you could pay me $47 on Amazon. I'm going to give it to you for free, but I'm also going to give you access where to get the data right from the exchange and everything else. All right. So just for you guys being here, I'm going to give you my book at the end of the presentation. Like I said, it's been published by Wiley, one of the most prestigious publishing companies in the world. And it's called How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. Now, the reason why I call it that is because I was a market maker. Okay. I live here in New York, the financial capital of the world. And I'm going to teach you how to trade like a market maker, which is a trader of a brokerage firm. So that's what that book's about. But I'm going to show you just basically just going to scratch the surface a little bit now in the next 30 minutes. So did you trade, by the way, did anybody trade Tesla this week? Anybody here trade that stock, Tesla? Where's it trading at right now? It looks like it's hovering right around the 270, okay, which is a cautious level. We'll talk a little bit about that. TSLL you had, karaoke. Okay, good. All right. So Tesla had a really nice move in the past 3 days. It started right around this 235 and went up to about 290 yesterday. Okay. Now, here are some of the traders in my room. And you're going to get to meet all of them. Richard has it at 830. Kerry has it at 811. Chris owns at 705, 750. So these are all the traders that you're going to get to meet in the trading room. Now, some people don't even know that there is even an ETF for Tesla. You got to trade the branding, but no, there's a lot of them actually out there. But you could see how a lot of the students are already in it. So the thing is, we're not trying to get political here, okay? But Tesla has been in the news a lot, not only since, Elon Musk joined President Trump, but you're seeing what's happening with fires. The protests are going to be going on this weekend. There's been a lot of scrutiny that's been going on. And by the way, if you guys, we just post a link up there at the end of the presentation. You're probably going to want to watch my video that I've done, and make sure you like it, friend, and leave a comment. It's also on Instagram and TikTok also. Okay. Now, if you were short that stock, let's say you took it personal, you're wrong. Okay. You're taking a big hit right now. So no matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, it's not about that. We all are traders. Okay. Because if it's COVID, you saw how much money people made there, and you saw people lose money. If it was the internet bubble, if it was the financial crisis, how many people lost houses were involved in that? As a trader, we killed it. These are things you have to understand. So there's always going to be a catastrophe, which is going to lead on to be what's called an opportunity. Unfortunately, us traders, you have to look at it where, I don't know, let's say you're in the real estate business. You always want to buy that house, but if you're in the business, you want to buy it as cheap as possible. And you know what? Unfortunately, someone's going to lose it. But you know what? If you got the opportunity to buy it cheap and you're in the real estate business, you know what? You're going to have to, if you're not going to buy it, someone else is going to make the money. So why not you? So you have to know how to benefit from it. And right now there is a big catastrophe that's going on with Tesla, but there was also a great opportunity to jump into it. So, but before I go into the details, let me explain to you how I got started, because I want you to understand why I've been doing this for 35 wonderful years. Not only am I a 12-time champion and beat every school I competed against in the trading industry, that doesn't make you money. What makes you money is, why am I listening to Fausto, and why am I considering to come here for a week and hear what they have to say? Because this is the reason. If you're doing this more than a month to 2 months, or taking courses with somebody and breaking even or losing money, you're pretty much wasting your time. Okay. And I've been there and I've done that. Okay. How do I know that? Because I was the ignorant 22-year-old kid that did that 35 years ago. I'm 53 now. Okay. And I love what I do. And I've been through the worst of the worst. And what have I learned on the first day on the job is what you guys are going to learn today. Should have never made my first trade, because when I showed you that what's called level 4, and I knew this existed, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I didn't have the technology back then, or the how could I say it? The mentor to show me that. I should have never, ever made my first trade, ever. So when somebody introduced that and showed that to me, about you could see the right of the chart, which, by the way, this technology is over 40, 50 years old now. So don't think it's new, that you're like, wait a minute, why has nobody ever told me it never existed? It's been around forever. The reason why is you were never trained by a market maker or worked on Wall Street. Okay. Now, once I was able to learn how that technology existed, that's when that was a game changer for me. And that's going to be a game changer for you, because there are too many people losing money in the market today. And the reason why is that getting too over analytical over the stocks. Okay. And, over the years, I've been featured at some of the biggest brokerage firms, and also been a featured guest at the exchanges, because these brokerage firms and the exchanges want you to learn how to trade the market. It's not about making money and losing money. It's about, you have to learn how to understand how to play the game. And a lot of you guys don't know how to do that unless you were trained by a floor trader of the exchange. If you had the opportunity to work on the floor, you would do it in a heartbeat. Well, here's going to be your chance, because I'm going to show you how to do it. And hopefully at the end of this presentation, my main goal today is this. I'm not looking just to teach people and figure out on their own. I'm actually looking to recruit students that I could trade with. So if you're somebody who wants to be part of a team, hopefully this will be your opportunity to do it. But before I do that, let me go out there and, teach you a little bit about what you're going to learn at Cyber Trade University, because this whole lesson is not about me. This is about you. Okay. It comes to a point where I'm trying to be as honest and sincere as possible, because I just hate people losing money. I've been doing this way too long, and I've seen people get caught up with the wrong ideas, and been doing this for a while. And it's time that you guys need to have a wake-up call and knowing, what are you doing wrong? And a lot of it is this: what kind of trader are you? So I want to do a quick poll question really quick. So can everyone just give me a chat back really quick? Let me go a poll. Do I have access to the polls? Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. What kind of trader are you, all of you? Are you stock traders, options, futures, Forex? Let me just get a feedback here and see what kind of trader everyone is. All right. Now I am more of a stock trader, swing trader, and I do a little bit of options. All right. Now, this is the deal. There are a lot of you here that are trading options or stocks and futures. Let me tell you something. If you're not making money if you've been doing something more than 3 months, you're kind of wasting your time. If you took training with someone more than 3 months and you're not getting it, you're wasting your time. Okay. I don't think anyone here would hire someone and pay them for 3 months and not making you money. It's a waste of your time. So let me end the poll. So, I'm, like I said, I'm more of a day trader. The reason why is that when you look at people on Wall Street, that's what we do. And that leads into swing trades, and that leads into option trades. So if you're an option trader, listen, you can't be a good option trader if you can't be a good stock trader first. Remember, it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. All right. Now, my next question is this: who really trained you? So, where is that? There it is. I'm going to launch this right here. So did you guys are self-taught? Did you take some paid courses, or, basically you got a coach or a mentor? Just kind of get a little bit of feel what kind of trader everyone is. Now, if you're a student of Cybertrade University, please don't fill out this question. Okay. Now, as you guys are answering that, we're almost there. Let me kind of share that with you. So listen, let me share the results. So you could see how many of you've been taking courses, which is great, and coaching. You see how many of you are self-taught. Let me just tell you something. I don't think anyone here would give their money to someone unless they knew finance. So I know that we want to try it first, but listen, at the end of the day, you got to know someone's going to need to tell you how things need to be done, how things got to be worked. Someone's got to help you set up your platform. You're going to need that hand holding. Okay. You're going to need that coaching. And for the people that took some courses here, like I said earlier, that's great. And sometimes you might take a couple of classes with certain people until you find the right one. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do it, but if you don't get it right away, it's time to move on. All right. Now, this is the big thing that I trade through. I've been through everything that you've been here: the wildfires, the hurricanes, SARS, Ebola, COVID, the banking crisis, the .com. So if you could just survive one of these, you've done really well in the market. All right. Now, if anyone here is on social media, I want to give you guys my links. Please go out there, like us, friend us. There are some really good videos out there that I pump out. I do them every day. And the shorts are really popular. So you don't have to sit there and spend about an hour watching them, or 30 minutes. Sometimes 60 seconds is all you need to know. And what's nice about it is that you're going to know what's happening over the course of the day. We'll get right to the point. Okay. Very, very educational. Now, I want to talk about the Tesla trade right here. So we've been trading Tesla since last week, and we're doing pretty well. Today, we're not doing too well. Okay. Today, I'm actually getting a little nervous if I want to take a profit really quick. But a lot of us, even knowing where it's at, we're still up about good 20, 30%. So there's been a lot of chaos been going on. There's been a lot of scrutiny going on. I've been doing a lot of events on it. Okay. Now, the thing is this: most traders in the market, when we trade, when you have chaos, that's going to cause volatility. That's what you want. Okay. You got a new president that came in. He caused a lot of volatility. You had a new merger or a new company came out, a new drug. That's going to cause volatility. Okay. You don't have anything, nothing's going to happen. So, but the issue is when you have something that's got good volatility, you need to know, okay, where are the buyers and sellers jumping in? Who's running it up and who's running it down? The way you do that is you follow the money. That's what we do. So I want to start off talk about something called NASDAQ Book Viewer. And I don't know if anyone here has it, but let me do a poll really quick. Oh, shoot. Poll's been launched. Hold on. Could I stop it? There we go. All right. Could everyone just give me a poll? And I want to see how many people here have it. Does anyone here have what's called NASDAQ Book Viewer or Level 3? Just give me a yes, no, not sure. Let me see what you guys say about that. All right. Now, look at this very carefully of this quote. All right. Now, I want to do something. I forgot to do one other thing really quick. Let me just show you something. And please, like I said, don't take this the wrong way, but somebody eventually has got to be the adult in the room and has got to call you out on this. Okay, so is anyone ever familiar with ChatGTP? Okay, so I'm going to ask ChatGTP, what is the failure rate of traders without education? Okay, now I'm going to end this poll, and you guys should be, I'm going to share the results. Does everybody see the results there? Okay, so you got about 72% of you don't know what it is, 6% not sure, so I'll take that as a no. So you're talking about 80% of you. Do you see what it says right here? Up to 90% of retail traders lose money within the first 6 to 12 months. Okay. So think about that for a second. Why would you get into a business where there's almost a 90% failure rate? It's like if a doctor told you you're going to do a procedure, you got a 90% chance of dying. Are you going to do that procedure? If it's not a life or death thing, you're probably going to say, maybe I'll deal with the therapy. Okay. Well, what you're about to see right now, fellow traders, is going to be very disturbing, because what you're about to learn, I need you to get your 110% attention right now. So turn the TV off, get off your cell phone, okay, and don't watch the market, because you're going to see why 90% of the people fail right now. What I'm going to show you right now is called NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, everybody here can get this directly from the exchange. I don't work for NASDAQ. I don't pay for it, okay? They don't pay me to preach it, but I'm telling you, you all can get this directly on the exchange. Now, think about this a second. This is a seat on the exchange. You had to pay $1 million to do this 30 years ago. Today, you don't have to pay $1 million. You're only going to pay 100,000. You don't even got to pay, $100. They charge you $15 for it. Now, is that worth it? Well, let's see. What you're seeing, hold on, let me draw what I'm showing you here. So you're seeing, basically, we're looking at Tesla, and you're seeing every buyer and every seller who wants to pay the most and who wants to pay the least, who wants to sell it for the least and who wants to sell for the most. So what you're seeing is a big negotiator market. You're seeing every single trader in the entire world that wants to buy Tesla and sell Tesla. Okay. And this goes with any stock. Now, think about that for a second. You just all said earlier, how do stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. Now you're seeing every buyer and every seller out there. Now, let me explain to you how he uses data. Okay. Here's a stock, Apple. The stock is at 260, 236. Starts here at 9:30 in the morning. Stock goes all the way down and stops here at this price right around this 230. And then it hits 230 and it goes right back up to 235. Why did it stop at 230? Why not 231? Why not 225? Where did that number come from? Well, it's not support levels, fellow traders, that made the stock go up. It was the buyers. Okay, that's what made the stock go up. It's those buyers right there. So when you look at the buy section over here, okay, because remember, if a stock goes down, we need buyers to make a support level. And we work our way down, and we notice right around here, which is this number right here, there's about 100,000 shares are looking to be bought at that number. Now, there are buyers at every single price, but the biggest significant block order that's out there out of all buyers at every price level was right there at $229.50. So if you're coming up to a really, 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 really big buyer, what do you think is going to happen? That's support. Now, let me show you another example. Look what happened when a stock hits a resistance levels. How do we know when a stock's in a resistance levels? You have sellers. Where are those sellers? On the sell column. Where's that big seller? All the way down here, which is this number right here. So at $90, we're walking at Palantir going up. And all of a sudden, it comes up to this 152,000 share seller, and it goes back down to 83. And from 1230 to 330, that is one substantial drop. Why did it stop there? Because of that seller. What happened? Hit that seller. Didn't want to execute that big block order, and it went down. Now, I want to see if everybody's paying attention. Did I lose anybody? Give me yes, you lost me. Yes, you're following along, or no, you lost. You guys follow me along? Bruce, I didn't hear from you. Don't let me start calling people out here. We got almost 100 people in here. Every single person should be able to answer this question. That means that you're not paying attention. Listen, if you're not getting it, just write a question mark. Dennis gave me a thumbs up. I like that one. That's a new one. All right, good. Remember here, fellow traders, I'm not here for me, for myself. I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to tell how great I am. It's not about me. It's about you. Okay. There's just too many people losing money in this industry. There's too much scrutiny in this industry, and it's just, everybody, it's there's just too many people don't know how to take losses. And this is what you have to understand. It's what we're looking at the right of the chart. Let's go over another example this week. Let's look at the Tesla drop right now. Okay. So stock hit 284 and now it's down to 276. Well, if you look right here, the stock has a big block order right around 275, right? About 138,000 shares. Now, if you do the math, 138 times 275, that's almost $38 million worth of stock out there. That's a shitload, that's a lot of money out there that's going to be bought. But it's not one person. It's basically 550 people around the world, okay, that make up that order. Now, if you saw a big buyer out there, what do you think is going to happen to that price? What do you think is going to happen? Probably going to go up. And on that day, when it came down to that price, it ran from that 275, and you could see right up into the end of the day, it ran up to 290. Exploded, right, Joe? Just totally took off. Now, people are like, damn it, I missed it. How did I miss that trade? Well, did you know there was a $38 million looking to be bought out there? Probably not. Let's look at SMCI, another example. Now, without looking at a chart, without looking at some newsletter, no matter looking at anything, okay? But if you look at this stock right here, SMCI, and you got buyers loaded up over here, 100,000 share buyer at 420, 100,000 at 410, 100,000 at 440. What are you talking over there? Over 300,000 is being bought right around these $4 and $40 price range. What do you think is going to happen? Probably going to go up, right? Look what happened when we hit that stock. It went from $41. Finally, it came right around all these big iceberg orders. Never wanted to break it. Never wanted to break it right around 12 o'clock. And then decided, hey, you know what? Buyers decided to not get executed. They start hitting the offer. And now the stock goes from $40 up to $41.40. And you're like scratching your head like, why did that stock go up again? What drove it up? Well, did you see the orders out there? Are those snapshot orders of the week or for the day, the hour, the minute? Okay, so David, these are basically 1 minute. This is a 1 minute bar chart. This is on an intraday. This also works on the long term too. All right, to answer your question. Former example, 38 million dropped in the past 80 billion market cap. Well, listen, David, stocks go up and go down. Okay, I am just showing you brand name stocks. This works on every stock. Okay, so like one of you just says it work on OTC stocks. It sure does. It sure does. As long as there's a volume in it, we're going to see the orders out there. But I like to show you some of the brand name stocks because some people, like what I used to do is I'll go out there and show you some other stocks and people are like, whoa, I never heard of the stock like this one right here. Okay. VVPR. Anyone heard about it? So what happened today? Stock goes from $2 up to $5 in about an hour. Who here doesn't want that stock? Right? Oh, I never heard of it. This is a scam. This is a pump and dump. Okay, well, no problem. When I show you level 4 on this stock, does it really matter if you made $1,000 on this stock or $1,000 on Tesla, other than that one you just said it's an $800 billion market cap, where this one is, it's all about risk to reward. Ashlina says she made 33 cents on it today. There you go. By the way, you have your chat to private. If you just click to everyone, I'll just copy and paste what you just wrote in there. Good. Now, can these become swing trades? Well, hopefully I was going to answer your question, David. So yes, it does. So let's look at the stock like SMCI. Look here in the long-term chart. After 2 days, stock, big block orders, goes from 41. Look, and now it's at 44. Absolutely works on swing trades. And then even on resistance levels, same thing. Here's Apple. Hits a support level. You got to have a game plan, right? Where's the resistance levels? Well, only way to find out is not looking at the past, it's looking in the future. And here we are. I mean, it's not as much as the SMCI, but you got a pretty substantial seller out there for 50,000 shares. I mean, listen, 200, 700, 2,000, 300. I don't know. To me, that's a lot, 50,000, when everyone else is showing in the 3-digit numbers and you got a 5-digit number there. So in theory, if I got up close to this resistance, you damn well the thing's going to back off. And if I didn't know to get off at it, look what happened. You think I want to run the stock down all the way down to 218? I don't think so. And that's the issue why everyone here is getting screwed, because they keep focusing on what's happening in the past and they're holding their losers too long, not knowing that if those sellers are out there, and they're not getting out, they're going to run the stock down on you. And how do I know this? Because I was a market maker. And that's what we call iceberg orders, big block orders. Think about this for a second. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made if you knew where those big block orders are? How many of you here could honestly admit that you're losing money in the stock and don't know why, other than you think it's a discipline problem, right? How many could admit? Anyone here could raise your hand? Say, yes, that's me. Who wants to be honest? I was one of them. You know why? Because I never knew this even existed. Elaine, congratulations. There we go. We got somebody here in an AA meeting to commit that she's guilty of it. Okay? Don't lie to me, fellow traders, because I know every one of you are guilty of it, because I talk to every one of my traders. And the reason why people join Cyber Trade University is because they're starting to realize that, you know what? Greed and discipline, is the only thing that will kill you in trading. But most of you don't even know it's not your greed. It's not your discipline. You just didn't know where to get out. And you don't want to admit you were wrong because you didn't see those sellers out there. There's not a trade today that I could say that I lost money on, other than, I got greedy on it because I didn't want to take a loss. Not because, I feel like, I'm bad luck or I don't know what I'm doing. I just say, you know what? I probably took a chance, under knowing that the buyer got filled and the seller got filled. That's all. Now let's go back to the real market. Now, some of you here brought up a stock. What was the other one you guys wanted to look at? I want to bring up something called level 4. All right. And let's bring up, there's a big trade right now that I want to bring up. Oh, let's bring up Tesla, actually, because we've been talking about that, right? All right, so let's look at this right here. So this is Tesla. So some of you here were asking me, what is the red balls? The red balls are time and sales. All right. Now, when I'm looking here, do you see a lot more greens or reds? What do you guys see here? Greens or reds? A lot of reds. You see down here at the bottom? A lot of reds. Okay. Now, you see these bars right there? Those are orders. Now, I want to zoom in here. I want to show you that. This order here, 270, was about 1.8, no, 180,000 shares. Now, in theory, if you got a big buyer out there, right, what do you think is going to happen to the price of the stock? What do you think is going to happen to the price of the stock with a big buyer out there? Is it going to go up or down? It's going to go up, right? Now, do you see that red ball? That red ball tells me that that buyer got executed. Someone says, "Oh, you want the 1.8? You want to buy 180,000 shares? Sold. I'll sell it to you." If a big buyer gets executed on the bid, is that good or bad? Nah, that's bad. That's very bad. That's very bad because look what happened to the stock since we started. What's the stock doing right now? That was if you look at this, that was the darkest red order. Let me zoom in here a little bit better. That was the biggest buyer out there. Okay. The biggest buyer out there. And over the course of the day, and he just got executed. Now we went from 270. Now we're down to 269. Right. And as I zoom out, I'm not really seeing any really significant buyers till 260. So when you break through a support level, what happens? You go to the next support level. Okay. Now the next support level is probably going to be 268, but it wasn't as big as that 270. You're talking only 50,000 where the other one was about 180,000. That's not a good sign. So when you're thinking like, oh, maybe we'll come back. Okay, well, you know what? The only thing that's going to help support you is that the big block buyers are out there. And if those buyers are going to get executed, that's a good sign. But if those buyers do get executed, that's a bad sign. Let's look at Amazon. It's another one. So let's do it on a swing trade. Now, let's have a little fun here. Okay. Amazon right now is trading right around the $200 price range. Where are the future buyers out there, fellow traders? From what we could see here, if the stock is going down, where's the next biggest buyer? About 190. Okay. Anybody else? Let's see if you guys can answer this question. We have a little fun here. 190. You said 185. What? And 180, you said? Okay. You got a buyer here at 200, which, by the way, we're almost there. Now, if the stock went up, well, Anthony, didn't we just say this? How do stocks go up and down? Buyers and sellers. On the right-hand side, these are all the future orders that are out there. Now, if the stock went up, where's the resistance levels? Where are the orders out there people are trying to sell it at? Where's all the future orders? Okay, 210. All right. And what else? The biggest one, yeah, right there, 220. You got about 100,000 shares. Okay. So does everybody see that right there on my screen? Laura, you got that? Okay, everybody see that on my webcam? Okay. Now, watch this. Here's Amazon, right? Now, let's add in a moving average. Let's add an RSI. I heard that's pretty interesting. Oh, this guy Shankin, I see his commercials on CNBC, Fox Business all the time. Bollinger Band, I was on a panel with him at one of the money shows. MACD, that's a pretty good one. I heard that's pretty cool, right? Anything else we're missing? Maybe a VWAP? All right. So now you tell me, You know where the buyers and sellers are. Did you need what's easier to read? This number on this piece of paper or what you're seeing on the screen right now? What's easier? What's on the paper, right? Definitely to follow the orders here, then try to figure out what the hell this all is, right? Okay. Did I lose anybody? Did I lose anyone? No. Okay. Now, great. So we're at the end. Now, what I'm going to do is this. There you go. Okay. So those are all limit orders, stop order losses. Yes, David, they are. But people can change and pull their orders. The question is if they see a price action created in non-traditional amount. Yeah, listen, David, they could pull an order if they want to, but I just showed you right here that, let me go back to this slide right here, this one. When you see this one right here, well, let me give you a better one. So when you're looking right here, yeah, you have 183,000 shares, but there are 300 people out there. You see the orders out there? This 100,000, they had 27 orders. All these people in cahoots with each other. So yeah, anyone could change their mind. Absolutely. Okay. But, you know, the thing is, are you going to question it? But don't tell me, which hopefully you're not going to be one of those people. How do I know those are real orders? You know how they're real orders? When you come to my trading room, I'll invite you in there and we'll see how fake they are. How about that? All right. So believe me, they're all real orders. All right. So let me clear this out and let me get you guys tell you a little bit more how to get involved. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, CyberTrade University, we are endorsed and I've done presentations for some of the biggest brokerage firms and exchange in the world. We've done more events and more and sponsored by more brokerage firms than any education school in the industry. Which, by the way, if anyone here does take training, make sure they are endorsed and sponsored by these brokerage firms because they do very, very big in compliance, and they wouldn't want somebody to do presentations for them that are not very good at what they do. And not only that, but you probably would see. There's another big thing. Go to Google. After 5 years, 35 years, we have a 5-star rating on Google, which is unheard of. Okay. I don't think your favorite restaurant probably is a 5-star rating. You know, if you're learning from someone, go check out their Google reviews. Okay. And if they don't have Google reviews, that means they took it down, which, by the way, you can do that. Also, CyberTrade University on ChatGTP was ranked #1 school on ChatGTP. Even the AIs know about CTU. But I'm not here to kind of tell you how great we are because I want to show you how good we are. So my goal is this. If you're new to trading or you're doing it and it's not really working out with someone else, what I want you all to do is come join my trading room. Okay. Now, I'm not looking for free stuff. I'm not looking. I mean, we have over 100 people here today. And I feel like you got to have a little skin in the game. I'm not asking you for $1,000 or $90. All I'm asking for is $9. That's it. The $9, all it's doing, it's telling me that you're a real person. Now, this is what you're going to get for $9 because it's going to be a lot of education. You're going to, sorry about that. We do live audio commentary in the trading room. You're going to get access to the chat board, the floor. You're also going to have, we do live workshops every day. You're going to get access, exclusivity to all our podcasts with some of the biggest, most powerful, best gurus in the industry. Okay. I am also going to get you access where you can get the book viewer, and I'm going to give you my book for free. Everything. Okay. All this stuff, everything that you see here for $9. So all you need to do is take your phone, scan the QR code, or you can click on that link up on the board, okay, that we just posted. And you know what? If you're not happy, at the end of the week, I'll give you your $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. What I'm looking for is this. I'm looking for people who want to put a little skin in the game, people that are serious, that me and my staff could teach you how to trade. And hopefully, if this is something you like, you'll be part of our team. And I'm going to do one more bonus, something that none of you here probably ever had the opportunity to get. If you do register right now, I will personally give you a coaching class myself. That's right. You can actually talk to me on the phone. And the reason why I'm doing that is this. Eventually, we're going to have a conversation and got to make sure this is for you or not. This is not for everybody, okay? And for everyone here, you probably have some questions you want to ask after seeing what's going on. You might want to know, hey, Fausto, how'd you find that stock? Or who do I talk to, this brokerage firm? There's no better person to explain it than me personally. But I'm not going to talk to anybody for free. I know you don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste yours. But if you want to know how to follow big iceberg orders, if you want to know how market makers trade, if you're sick and tired of not knowing how to take losses, well, here's your opportunity to make that small investment to do that. Can I email you the 7th sign up? Lori, listen, talk to your education advisor. They'll take care of you. All right. You know what? And I don't think $9 is really going to kill you. Okay. All right. Laureen is just basically put in the chat room. Laureen, by the way, you have it to everyone. Have it to everyone, so everybody can read it. But I'll just copy. Okay, we just copied and pasted it right there. So, guys, I have to go. I want to get back with my traders. Here's my trading room. If you guys want to see it, here they are, right here. And these are all the instructors. Hopefully, it's not a little confusing, but I'll try to kind of weed it up a little bit better. So these are all the instructors at Cyber Trade University. And these are all the traders around the world. Lita is from Canada. You'll see some of them. Jersey. I got Anna from England. Another Canadian, Robert. Utah. People all around the world are in here. And right here in the bottom, we're talking about the stock. They're looking at the stock VVRPR. That was the one we were trading. Up here, up on top, this is our watch list. It's our alerts. So we broadcast alerts. You'll see them. We set them on X also and on Telegram. I don't know if anyone's on Telegram. But we do live audio broadcast. You can get the workshops through our portal page, and you get the coaching with it. All right? So all that, and I'm going to give you my book, and you're also going to show you where to get the NASDAQ book viewer right from the exchange. Nope. Well, listen, Lori, you know what? We'll still be here. Sorry to hear that about what happened to you. That is terrible. Why don't you email support, and they'll be able to take care of you. Or what you could do, Lori, you can call us. We do give a phone number out, 516-2830-5350. All right. Now, a couple of shout outs really quick here before I see some of you registering right now. So basically, when you guys register, we're going to ask you 5 simple questions. We're getting a questionnaire like, please let us know, who you're trading with. If you took any education, like dumb questions like that. The more you let us know more about you, the better we could help you. Then on the next page, you're going to make an appointment to talk to one of our education advisors. We want you to have a great experience in the trading room. So we're going to walk you through that. Hold on. Oops. I have one of my instructors calling me. I hope it's not an emergency. You're going to be able to actually, I'm sorry, you guys, somebody's calling in right now. My phone's ringing because of some of you calling in. They're going to do a walkthrough with you. So you have a good experience. You know what's going on in the trading room, everything there. Okay. So you're going to get all this stuff for $9. Absolutely. How to find the market makers, how to trade iceberg orders, get a free coaching, all for 1 week. Now, you don't got to be there for the whole week. If you just come there for one day, that's more than enough. And if you're not going to be able to, I had another question that came across here. Can I start on Monday? Absolutely. Start on Monday. You're going to be off this week. I get it. But it's fresh in your mind. Just get it out of the way and book in now. That's the way I look at it. All right. Any other questions I could answer for anyone? Any other questions? Because I want to get back to the trading room. Looks like they're having fun with the stock OSRH. I want to jump in. Any other questions? That's a good one. One person asked, do I need a brokerage account to do this? No, you don't. We don't want you to buy anything. We just want you to watch the other traders in the room. Everyone in here was a trader just like you. Now, the question is, your goal is you want to see, can we teach you how to think for yourself. And the only way you're going to see that is you want to see the other traders like Joseph and Margaret and David and Bill Ireland, all these people that are in the room, if they're able to think for themselves. Listen, I know I'm a great trader, okay? But that doesn't help you. You got to know if we're good teachers at Cybertrain University, if Rich and Josh and John could help you, or Debbie, all of us could help you think. And not only that, but the traders in the room are also a teacher themselves. They want to teach you too, because you know what? If you're hungry enough and you want to learn, they're going to help you learn too, because if you're a good trader, you're going to make them better traders. You're going to see things that they're not going to see. And that's the beauty of it. A couple of shout outs really quick. First of all, who we got here just registered? Michelle Davis from California. Just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here that registered? Robert Kinkowski from New York got your registration. Welcome aboard. Rebecca just got your registration. Look forward to teaching you. Good, good, good. Looks like you guys are registering. Does anyone have any other questions? Once again, fellow traders, it's $9. So let me explain something to you. And I'm not to be very rude. If you can't afford $9, you can't afford to trade. I know people pay thousands and thousands of dollars. So some people are like, well, I want to try it, see if I like it. You would lose $9 like that. Why go out there and take the gamble? You want to be around a 12-time champion. You want to be around a school that's been around for 35 years. You want someone that's been, ranked #1 by AI, if you believe in AI, and has a 5-star rating on Google. Take a shot. The worst thing that could happen is that you find out trading's not for you. You know how many people here are losing 90% of their income? It's just not worth it. But I'm sorry about that. I'm just getting pinged like crazy. Looks like a lot of people here are registering. Alex, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Louise got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. No problem. Any other questions? A couple other people too got just registered. Who else is this right here? Thomas from Texas got your registration. Welcome aboard. $9, money back guarantee. Oh, that was another question someone asked me. What happens after a week? Nothing. You're not on an automatic bill play. We don't play that game. If you don't want to be part of CTU, you don't want to be there. We're not going to try to scam you. And, oh, you got hit with a $99 bill. We don't do that. This is it. $9, you're done. No automatic bill pays, none of that. If you don't want to continue to be there, we don't want you there. That's the way we look at it. And believe me, you're going to want to be there. When you see us, listen, this one stock right here, okay? Let me just bring this up right here. VVPR, or what was another good one that we had that was fun? GameStop was really good too. Everybody see GameStop? That was a good one right there. So if you look right here, you'll see these are all alerts here. Let me show you. See it right here? Look at these alerts right here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at those stocks that made big moves. They're all on the list. GameStop. There's the VDPR. Look like it's going higher. I mean, look what those stocks end up doing today. All right. Oops, that looks like a fad. Looks like a face. GameStop went from 25 up to 30. Okay. VVPR ran from $2 to $5. You tell them you couldn't pull out $9 out of that trade to cover the cost? You know what I'm saying? If you just bought 1,000 shares, look at this, a $3,000 investment. Some of you put that in an option call. If you bought at 3 and you sold at 350, forget about selling at 6, at 5. If you just made 50 cents on 1,000 shares, that's $500. That's a $100,000 salary. I think it covered the $9. So a few other people just registered right here. Anthony, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. And Gordon O from Florida got your registration. Welcome aboard. By the way, I see some people chatting in here. Lynn, thank you so much for sharing your, and sharing it. Look at Lynn, one of the students, her and her husband, Randy, just like you. They come here every week. And we don't ask them to do it. They come here every week talking and trying to recruit traders all the time. because they were you. And they were probably one of the skeptical people that ever took our training courses because they've taken classes so many times. And just like they said, very straight shooter, we are. And you know what? You'll get to meet and talk to them. All right. Thanks a lot, Randy and Lynn. I see you, everybody in there. All right, good. All right, traders. Any other last minute questions? Any other questions? Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Listen, when I come in here and I have 100 people, I think all 100 of you are going to sign up. But sometimes we don't, and that's okay. And you know what that tells me? You're not ready yet. And I'm glad that you have a reality check, because let me tell you something. Just like I showed you here earlier, and let me remind you again, 90% failure rate ChatGTP, okay? 90% failure rate. So, and that if you want to go out there, you want to take that gamble, go right ahead. But I'm just warning you right now, if you're not following the money, if you're not being trained, and you have a lack of risk management, and you start getting emotional with fear and greed, no trading plan, where we're going to cover all this stuff, you're going to be part of that, and you're not going to want to do it. So thanks for listening, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. If you didn't move forward, maybe you'll move forward later. That's okay. We're not going anywhere. I love what I do. But just let me leave you off with this. You better learn if you want to earn. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. Thanks for listening. Look forward to talking to all of you, and see you all in the trading room. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.